Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another important report straight out of the heart of Europe, the German-speaking part of Europe in special. So, last week and a few days ago in Switzerland, we had a referendum of the people. We had two initiatives to vote on, and one was if the Swiss people want to accept the eID, which actually is the electronic ID, it's actually same as the digital ID. If the Swiss people want to have the digital ID, yes or no? And unfortunately, we said yes. Well, I said no. I voted no, but the majority, a very small, it was not a vast majority, a very, very tiny small majority of the people said yes, we do want it. And since it was a vote like for the popular majority, only like 21,000 votes made the difference. 21,000 votes. So let's have a look here. This is the map. This is like the symbolic map of Switzerland. You can very nicely here see the division between the cantone. These are like states in the United States, for instance. It's just cantone. These are small. Our entire country is not as big as a regular state in the United States, but we have even our small country divided in all these cantone, 26 to be exact, and you can see the red one, they said no, the blue one said yes, so they always count the yes votes. So here's like 43% yes only, Zurich had 54% yes. So that's why this is blue, it accepted, this rejected. Now the problem is, of course, these cantone with the cities, with the big cities in Switzerland, they have the most people, so they count the most. So many, you see more red cantone, so more of the cantone said no than yes. But the ones who said yes are the ones with cities, for the most part, like Geneva here, Lucerne, Zug, Zurich and Basel, for instance. Now, the canton of Bern, although Bern is the capital city, said no. This is a bit surprising. 51% said no. But it was like, I remember the day, because first the tendency was no, we do not accept it. It was really, it was nerve-wracking. First it said no. It was very close, but first it said no. Now let's just check here so you can visibly see this as well. See, votes, we have 2,747 and 832 votes, of which 50%, 0.39% said yes, and 49.61% said no. And when you compare the numbers here, no, 1,363,000, and here 1,384,000. So it really was like 21,000 votes only. That made the difference. So in the beginning, this was in the majority, was over 50% was no. Then the canton with the city of Geneva was counted out, came into the vote, it got very close, and then the last canton actually, then Basel came as well with yes, and then the last canton was Zurich, and when I knew like now it's very close, and it has already shifted to yes, and then it was only the canton of Zurich, so I knew, oh man, that's it. We lost, because it's going to be accepted, because Zurich, of course, will say yes. Zurich is a big city, so they are very progressive. They are the most progressive. So, it was very close, very close. You see, 26 of 26 cantone. Now let's pull up the page of the Bundesrat, of the Federal Council, of the Swiss Confederation. Here we can see it. Referendum of the people from from September 28, 2025. And here it is. The federal law over the electronic identity and other electronic evidence. eID law. And here we have the numbers again, the percentage. And what I think is a very interesting and sad, also a bit sad, is here. The voter participation, 49.55%. And I think that's even high. That's even high for a people referendum vote. 49. Man, we should get, 60, 70%. So the political party who was against the introduction of the EID, of course, once more was the SVP, the Swiss party of the people, the Swiss People Party. So they said no to the EID. It's dangerous. It's an enemy to freedom and unnecessary. We don't need it, actually. We don't need to have it. And the thing is this. In 2021, there was already a people referendum about the exact same thing. Do you want to have the EID? And the Swiss people said no. Like more than 60% said no. And now, like 4 years later, they come again and push the same. So it's also a bit like a tactic, like some tactics. We just come again with the same thing. The only thing that changed is before it was for a private company who should provide the EID, and now it's actually the federal government who is controlling the creation of the EIDs. Nils Fichter, he was leading the no campaign, and he wrote here that that's the second vote now, the second referendum is actually against the will of the people, because we already said no, and now you come again with the same thing. And he says it's a big danger for our freedom, and people just didn't say no for no reason in 2021, but now they say it's free of charge and you can do it by your free will. And this is really a thing. Like when I saw this, bro, this was scary. Look at this here. That's like the campaign for the yes sayers who are for the introduction of the EID. And check this out, bro. Check this out, what they say here. Yes, right, with the cell phone, right? Yes to the new EID. To the new EID. Why do they say it's like the new EID? We don't even have one. It's not that it replaces something. And then they say, done by the state, from the government, secure and voluntarily. As I read this, voluntarily? What do you mean? Is this an argument now to accept it? Because now you can do it by your free will? Later, it will be forced on you? They already... Don't you think so? Like, why should you say it's voluntarily? We have a people referendum. We can vote yes or no. Of course, I can decide by myself. Yes, it's voluntarily. Yes. Of course it is. It has to be. We are in a otherwise it's not a democracy, right? This is the thing about it. Why should you write it here? Yes, say yes to the new EID. Because now it's voluntarily. Later we will force it on you. And if you don't want it, we will. And by the way, this is the page from Die Grünen, the Greens. The Greens. And speaking of voluntarily, let's have a look what Keir Starmer said about the digital ID, right? It's not the EID, mandatory. It's the digital ID.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that, right? You will not be able to work if you don't have the digital ID. But we in Switzerland are very happy because we could vote for it and say voluntarily, yes, we do accept it. Please, control us. So, of course, the SP, the Socialist Party, the communists here, with their favorite color, they also said yes. We want it. We want the EID. Let me see here. What is going on? Okay, so the federal government is writing it in big letters only. Right? Everybody's like EID. Here you see in capital letters. I mean, why they do have to write it like this here? Why do they have to? They say it here as well. The EID is safe, voluntarily, and it protects your data. Well, that's exactly the problem. That's exactly the problem, because I mentioned before, the first people's referendum was in 2021, right? Then it was a private company who would produce and host these EIDs. Now it's the federal government, right? And well, the federal government and the IT section, well, there is some sort of history there, because they are talking about the IT debacle. That's where we are, when our federal government has some big IT projects. Too big, too complex, and no clear line in the leading. The government has to take more responsibility with their IT projects. They have a lot of failed IT projects. So here it says, the list of failed or messed up IT projects from the federal government and the cantone is very long. And often, they burn a lot of money with these projects. And in the end, often they have to dodge it. And we don't have anything in the end. Just lost money and a damaged reputation when it comes to IT projects and the Swiss government. So I don't know, guys. I don't know, guys. Like, listen to this. Listen to this here. IT scandal at the government. This is how they burn up 1 billion Swiss francs of tax money. 1 billion. 1 billion. Not dollars, but Swiss francs. Since years, IT projects of the government are creating negative headlines. Okay, here. FIS here. The Defense Department was investing around 700 million francs in a informatic system. In the end, it was like it couldn't handle all the data. And it's very, very restricted in its use, very limited in its use. 700 million francs. Another very big project was the network-enabled operations called NEO. Until 2021, they invested 9 billion Swiss francs. And the Swiss Financial Control is warning now that in the end this could be an amount, it could cost an amount of 15 billion Swiss francs. Then another one is Insieme. Very, very, this was like, everything went wrong, which could go wrong more or less, and they had to stop it. They just burned more than 100 million francs for this. So, and we have more, See, look, the list is long. There is more. I don't know, man. The federal government of Switzerland and the IT projects, it's not safe and secure. So here, in case you don't know why some people are against the EID, 5 reasons to say no to digital ID: loss of privacy, centralized control, data breaches. That's what I was just warning about when you see the list of failed IT projects of the Swiss government. Exclusion, Keir Starmer just said, it's already here. He's just said, you will not have a job. You will not be able to work without this. It's mandatory. You need this. So how long shall we bet? How long will it be voluntarily in Switzerland? Let's see. We already have it. Now we cannot get rid of it anymore. How could we ever get rid of it now? I don't think it's going to be possible. I don't think it's going to be possible. Freedom erosion. That's the thing. Once digital ID becomes required, reversing it will be almost impossible. Exactly what I just said. Exactly what I just said. Don't wait until it's too late. What is your opinion on this case? Please leave a comment down there in the comment section and let me know. This is a brand new YouTube channel, so you need to help me. Tell the algorithm, this is good content. You like the content? If you did like the content, please like the video. Tell the algorithm, let him know. Leave a comment. You can only just say hi. It's an interaction. The algorithm, he loves interaction. Just let YouTube know that this is a real channel. I'm a human. It's not AI. It's not artificial. All right? Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.